You have great power at your disposal. Because of that, at some point you stop feeling the weight of doing that which cannot be undone. It has become something you will notice only as you are crushed underneath it. But I repeat myself, I can't help but wonder how many times I've given you the same warning now. Perhaps you know, Lord Phantomive.
So, today, we are playing Survive Min. Now, I know, I know what the game's about. I know, I've seen videos. You've probably seen me in the comments. I don't care. We're gonna play this game. Okay, we're gonna fucking play this game. Just so you know, it's gonna be a little bit freaky, but I will definitely have to cut that out. There's gonna be mentions of violence, I think. Either way, I'll put the warnings beforehand, like I always do. But just so you know, I didn't abandon Obscura, by the way. I'm still continuing that series. It's just, I want to also play other games on the side, We got the dinner and then we got also the breakfast on the side. Like, Okay, let's go. I've been having trouble sleeping these past few weeks. Hearing about the strange deaths, the neighborhood rumors, and whatever the hell keeps making those noises outside after 2 a.m. has made rest a little difficult to achieve lately. But now, the neighborhood has gone really quiet. No voices outside, no wandering footsteps, no even knocking near my windows. I stayed completely still in bed. Suddenly, very aware that all the noises that used to be outside sound much closer now. Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. Sorry. It's coming from my room. I can't sleep. The words barely make it past my lips. A terrible attempt to ease my nerves. I stared up at the ceiling. Me actually staring at the ceiling. The right side of the room. Then my left. Nothing moved. The room sits heavy around me. The faint outline of furniture is exactly where it should be. Desk, chair, door, window. Everything is in place. Still, something feels off. Is there a sexy ghost near me? I'm way too paranoid about this. I slowly close my eyes back shut. I should just sleep. Maybe I'll stop thinking about it if a voice suddenly speaks from somewhere beside my bed. You're really pretty when you sleep. Thank you. Shit. I looked around in panic. Where the hell did that come from? The room is too dark for me to see him clearly. I can only make out the outline of someone sitting near me, sounding far too comfortable for someone who absolutely should not be in my room. Then the mattress sinks slightly. I know you. The figure poses, the tension in the room shifting ever so slightly. If I sell it, maybe this can be a tomorrow me problem. Wait, did you make that noise? Oh, you do? Yeah, there's been rumors, around the neighborhood and the noises and stuff. Whoa, am I that famous? I mean, what would it be? Yep, all I've been hearing all week. Haha. Please roll, please roll, please roll. Really? You know me so well. Oh, that worked. No, it didn't. Is what I would say if you were clever. Never mind, all hope is lost, I'm so dead. He just stared and smiled at me. You're not very good at bluffing, are you? My stomach drops. I looked away. Most people would have started panicking by now. The mattress creaks softly beside me. Something lightly brushes a strand of hair away from my face. Hey! Look at me. I already had that silly little face. You're sounding amused. Like hell I would. Honestly, if I ignore him long enough. Oh, come on, don't be rude. I've got real good visuals, you know? Visuals? Look at his face. I can't be that repulsive to you, can I? He sighed. Oh, he's angry. You're kind of stubborn, huh? Suddenly, a cold hand grabbed my face with rough force. Uh-oh. My eyes snapped back to him immediately. There you go, darling. That wasn't so hard, was it? This bastard! Apparently, this thing's solution to being ignored is brute fucking force. He wasn't lying, though. The figure in front of me was pretty. Sharp features, dark hair falling loosely over his eyes. Also, by the way... Crap. You did not see that. I need to take a screenshot because I need to make the thumbnail. Thank you very much. And skin peeling up to look like he just caught out of his own grave. A little too pale. I'm so sure this is the type of many people. Thank you. Next. If he smiled normally, he'd probably pass as a pretty cute guy. Unfortunately, he doesn't. The curve of his smile sits just a little too wide. He's staring at me like he's pleased I finally looked at him. It's so freaking creepy. Like the view? I can feel cold fingers slowly curl against my throat. Let's see. We're gonna be like, ew. Ew. What the hell do you think you are? My face contorted in disgust. Get the freak off me, you sick. I brusquely showed him off. Or at least I tried to anyway. He doesn't move an inch. Doesn't move much. What? The freak. Hey, did you not hear me? Why does he make that sound? Ew? For a second he looked offended. But that didn't exactly last long until it quickly turned into some sick amusement. Wow. You have quite the mouth on you. Yeah. And I can use it for a lot of things. Anyway, for someone so freaking tiny, he scoffs. Then he tumbled into a fit of shameless cackling. What an asshole. I kinda just calls for it when a certain someone grabs my face uninvited. That seemed to amuse him even more. A playful hum slips out from his voice. He's seriously getting on my nerves. So angry. I don't take kindly to strangers like you. Alright, I'll get off. Besides, I'm no stranger. I'm in. So, do you just stay indoors all day? No, I have a life. Don't you have friends your age? Of course I do. That was a lie. Okay, then you definitely should have heard about me. What is this guy on about? I've heard stories, but they don't usually involve the monster insulting my social life. Well, the stories are usually written by bystanders who have little to no information about me. It's a real tragedy, honestly. So, what's the local gossip? Am I a vengeful spirit, a demon? Oh, a super handsome Yendere serial killer cannibal that all the ladies fall for. AKA me. If it's the third one, I'm impressed. They mostly say you're something to avoid. Avoid? Wow, that is so boring. People are so pedestrian. He shifts his weight, sitting cross-legged on a mattress, like he's about to start a sleepover gossip session, though his eyes still have that unsettling glow. Be honest, if I decided to actually buy you right now, would you give me a really loud, ugly screech? You're making me uncomfortable. Of course I am. I'm a good eraser. Bruv. Was that an IDV reference? What is IDV? Identity V? That's definitely not that, but I don't know. I really don't know. Plus, you look like you taste like, cookies, cream, peaches and cream, peaches and cream. Sorry. And what? Daddy issues. You're insane. I'm not insane. I'm in. I'm not insane. I'm in. Okay, that's enough. Sorry. I'm just very excited to talk to you. This guy is starting to feel more like an annoyance than a threat. You know, kidding is easy, but if finding someone who actually stays awake long enough to be interesting, that's a 1 in a trillion. No, don't. You're the 1 in my trillion. Oh my freaking god. It's as shrimple as that. I'll shove a shrimp in your mouth. Whoa. I won't do that. Right, whatever. What's your deal anyway, aside from being a creep? He pauses for a split second. The annoying know-it-all grin drops, and he just looks tired. I just want someone to look at me and not run away immediately. It gets repetitive. I mean, honestly, I get it. I would get bored too. You kill people because you're bored. Don't make it sound so depressing. You do the same if you're in my shoes. There's really not much to do when you're dead, you know? Simp asked how he died. If you're so bored, then how did it happen? How did you die? Min stares at me for a long moment, his expression unreadable. Oh, the origin story question, how original. Well, if you must know, I was a tragic poet. I died of a broken heart under a weeping willow in the rain. Why are you lying out in the open? Before I even clicked on you were gonna lie, but even then, what? Very romantic, right? That sounds like an absolute bullshit. Because this. I'm not crazy, I'm in! He lets out a sharp, barking laugh and leans back on his elbows, looking entirely too pleased with himself. Tragedy is for people who didn't have a choice in their ending. I, on the other hand, had a blast. A blast, but you're dead. And yet I'm still living more than you. Ooh. That was kinda cold, I can't lie. He sits up, his playful energy shifting into something sharper. He starts tracing a pattern on the bedsheets with a pale finger. It looks like he's drawing a jagged line. Let's just say, back in the 80s, people knew my name. They didn't just avoid me, they locked the doors, checked their closets, and prayed to God they didn't believe in just to say hi to tomorrow. You were a serial killer? I was an artist, whose medium happened to be terror, but people have such short memories these days. What happened to you? My actions bit back hard. Ooh, I like that laugh. Turns out when you spend your life being the shark, eventually the ocean decides it's had enough of you. But that's all the lore we get for today. Spoilers, you know? You next to one in your room with a mix of disdain and anger. The headlines are gone, the fear has turned to campfire stories. It's insulting. So that's why you're here, why you're still doing this. To stay relevant? I'm reclaiming my throne, I don't want your sympathy, darling. I want that look in your eyes. What look? Uh-oh. He reaches out, tapping the tip of my nose with a finger that feels like ice. The look that says you'll never ever forget me. I remember they said there was 9 8 endings or something like that. You're just a narcissist. Guilty as charged. But isn't a narcissist just someone who writes about how great they are? Besides, narcissist is such a clinical word. I prefer cocky. Cocky asshole who actually has the skills to back it up. Besides, The tension in the room shifting from deadly about to uncomfortably casual as he stretches out on the mattress. Anyway, enough about my glory days. They were fun, they were bloody, and they ended with a bang. Literally. You shot him. You boom yourself? He looks me up and down, his head tilting in that predatory curious way again. But we have a problem. I'm bored. You're still alive. And I'm starting to think you're keeping secrets from me too. I'm not keeping secrets. Everyone has secrets. True. And I'm a very curious soul. You're a very annoying soul. That's different. So, tell me about yourself. We're not on a date. What kind of first date question is that? It's a perfectly normal question to ask. My god, what kind of dates have you been going on? Not the good kinds, apparently. I don't go on much dates. So what you mean is that you're single? It's none of a business. Alright, fine. It's okay if you don't want to. Is he going to stop trying to pry? You don't have to, because I already know a lot about you. What? What do you mean you know a lot about me? We just met. Oh, we just met, but I've been getting acquainted with your routine for quite some time now. For instance, you always double-check the front door lock, but you completely forget about the window in the laundry room. And you'll make that adorable little face whenever you're reading something you don't like on your phone. You've been watching me? I like when he's making a little face. Watching? You make me sound like a stalker. You are a stalker. I am simply learning about you. I even know that you're talking to your plushie in your sleep whenever you get nightmares. So cute. That's actually kind of sweet. Feelings of mine is a creep. Feelings of mine is a creep. You're a disgusting creep. You need to learn some manners. Min pauses for a second. I think I've actually offended him. But then a low bubbling chuckle starts on his chest, going into a full melodic laugh that rings out through the cold room. Learn some manners. Oh, darling, you are absolutely precious. He doesn't look insulted. He looks like a man who just found a $20 bill on the sidewalk. He leans forward, his eyes shimmering with a terrifying playful light. You're talking to a man who turned an entire decade into a folk tale, and you're scolding me like I'm a child with tracked mud on the carpet. I mean it. Get out of my house. He leans closer, moving with a fluid, predatory grace. He doesn't yell. He glides towards me, looking genuinely delighted. You better not throw a tantrum over this. I love this. I really do. Most people scream, or they pray, or they beg, but you try to discipline the monster in your bedroom. It's so refreshingly arrogant. I almost want to keep you. Please do. He reaches out, his hand cupping my cheeks with an icy mocking tenderness. But manners are important, aren't they? It's quite rude to keep a guest waiting for the main event. Man, what are you? You don't tolerate tantrums? That's a shame. He gets on top of me, pinning me down with a violent force. Because I don't either. And boom. Death ending, Brad taming. Yeah. Brought it too close to the sun, huh? Okay. This time I'm gonna say yes. Yes. His smile shifts slightly. Good. I was hoping you had a taste. His fingers loosened just a fraction. The thumb then brushed across my bottom lip. It was surprisingly gentle. Want to take a closer look? Min? I'm not crazy. I'm Min. As we looked away for a brief moment. Was my gawking that obvious? Ugh. That's embarrassing. Slowly, I looked back at him. With slight hesitation, I noted. The silence hung awkwardly. He still did not move an inch. Is he dense? I scrunched my brows and tilted my head slightly in confusion. Darling, I need you to use your words, okay? I'm gonna ask you again. Would you like to take a closer look? I mean, that's the only option I have. So yes, the word is a surrender. I can feel the mattress tip further as he shifts his body. He doesn't move away. Instead, he closes the distance until his pale face is all I can see. Hey, don't you want to touch me? Whoa. Listen. Yes! Bold fucker. Your skin is cold. Inhuman. Every movement is deliberate and cocky. He knows exactly what he's doing to me. He's enjoying the power trip. So adorable. Uh-oh, he's gonna eat us. I feel like I could just swallow you whole. In a kinky way, or... The wall shrinks to the side of this bed. The walls of the sheets and the feeling of him looming over me becomes everything. I forgot that he broke into my room. I forget that he was just threatening to devour me. I feel chosen, which is exactly what he wants. Later, the adrenaline begins to settle. He's still on top of me. The intimacy from moments ago has evaporated into a sudden jarring chill. Suddenly, my body feels heavy. My heart rate slows to a crawl, and a numb sensation spreads from my chest to my limbs. What's happening? He stares me down. His face is a mask of darkness. You really are, darling, you know that? Sweet. So incredibly easy to read. I try to push him off, but I can't even lift my hands. My vision starts to blur into static. I stay and chat, but you're starting to look a little pale. He leans down. His lips brushing against my ear as my eyes begin to close for the last time. Spooky. Don't be too trusting of strangers. Death ending. Stranger danger. You just couldn't keep it in your pants, can you? Okay. Sympathize with him. I'm so sorry. Understand what it's like. You understand? You, a living, breathing human with a heartbeat and a future, think you get what it's like? I'm centuries old. You barely lived. You don't have any inkling of how I feel. Well, I might not, but being stuck in a loop, feeling invisible, it's lonely. I know what it's like to just want someone to notice you're there. I'm sorry you had to go through that alone, man. The air in the room shifts. The sharp, mocking pressure of his presence seems to deflate. He looks away, his shoulders slumped. You're remarkably persistent with that kindness, aren't you? It's almost annoying. He shifts closer, stopping just a few inches away, his cold hand resting palm up on the duvet between us. I wasn't always this thing. I had a life, a real one. I had a sister who used to wait for me by the gate every evening. The last thing I remember is the cold, waiting for someone to come home, but the house stayed dark. Reach out to him. I hesitate, then slowly place my hand on his cheek. He doesn't pull away. His skin feels like ice, but that gaze. He's bleeding. Now I'm just a restless ghost. And then I whisper to scare children. Do you know what it feels to be forgotten while still standing right there? He's good at playing comedy, by the way. It's okay now, man. I'm here to see you. He looks up, and for a moment his eyes look almost watery, human, vulnerable. You wanna mean it? You wanna just sleep like the others? I promise. He lets out a shaky breath and leans forward, resting his forehead against my shoulder. The woman is so fragile it makes my chest ache. I feel myself wrapping an arm around him, pulling this monster into a protective embrace. You feel so small like this. You don't have to be the monster with me. A long silence follows. You can feel him trembling against me. I close my eyes, thinking that I actually reach him, thinking I've saved us both. Then the trembling changes. It's not a sob, it's a rhythmic, low-frequency vibration. He's vibrating with laughter. Told you. He pulls back, his head snapping up, the tears are gone, replaced by a manic, diamond-bright glint of pure malice. Oh my god, I actually can't believe it. A sister, a gate. What gate? A gate to the heavens. Man, what are you? You said I promise, like a protagonist in a bad woman's novel. When it stopped, he clapped his hands together, his laughter bouncing off the walls. He looks at me with pure and adulterated disgust. I know you were a bit slow, but that was a masterclass in stupidity. What? Do you want to be Ryan that badly? Did you really think some power friendship speech was going to fix a century of rot? The expression sours, stretching into a wide, jagged grin that looks painful. Speaking of century, I lied. I died in 1984. Before I can move, he lunges. He doesn't just spin me, he slams me back into the headboard with enough force to make my teeth rattle. I told you I killed because I'm bored, and watching him melt into a pool of sympathy was the most entertaining thing I've seen in decades. His hands lock around my throat. Jeez. Mean, please. Why? You gave me your heart on a silver plate, darling. It would be rude not to take a bite. He leans down, his teeth baring into in a jagged, hungry grin, right against my ear. His voice is a cold, final caress. Tender hot-dog girls are much more delicious. Death ending, easy prey. Okay. In the land of monsters, it kind of still is simply just dinner. Alright. Let's try this one. Is that why you're so annoying? Annoying, but you love it, don't you? I mean, why else are you still here talking to me? Besides, the tension in the room shifting from deadly back to uncomfortably casual as he stretches out on the mattress. Anyway, enough about my glory days. They were fun, they were bloody, blah 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 blah. There's nothing to tell. There's really nothing noteworthy about me to tell. Really, not even your favorite color, red. Your hobbies, your MBTI? Huh? I really love MBTI actually. A lot of people use the 16-piece site to determine their MBTI type, which is annoying because it's not accurate at all. You're actually supposed to look at your cognitive function. What the fuck is he talking about exactly? I mean, he died in 1987, right? 1984? That must be some old stuff, I don't know. He just keeps rambling. And that's how I'm actually in ENTP. Sorry for the ramble. What about you, my dear? Alright, fine. It's okay if you don't want to. Is he going to stop trying to pry? Blah blah blah. That's actually kind of sweet. You've been paying that much attention to me. Honestly, it's kind of sweet. Nobody really notices the little things I do. Mini freezes for a second. The room is deathly silent. Oh, you think I'm sweet? He lets out a soft, airy chuckle that vibrates in the back of his throat. He leans in so close I can feel the natural stillness of his breath. You really are a special kind of creature, aren't you? Most people start crying, looking for a heavy object to hit me with. But you're practically thanking me for the surveillance. I just think it's nice to be noticed. You're so adorable. You make it so hard for me to hold back. Hold back what? So abruptly, he shovels down and buries his face into. Well, I got so scared. Oh my gosh! I thought he was gonna say he. Well, okay. He shovels down and buries his face into my neck. His breath brushed against my skin oh so gently. Cold. He shifts his position, climbing on top of me as he pins my body down to the bed. Fuleke. What are you? I like you a lot, darling. It's not very often I meet people who appreciate my art. His art? Is he talking about his talking? The canvas might be stained with blood, but that is where the beauty lies, no? He's talking about his murders. Why is he suddenly being poetic? I'm not crazy, I'm in. I'm very fascinated by you, darling. Is he going to kill me? Yes, so I'm not gonna show that, thank you very much. Oh. I was too occupied with my thoughts, I didn't realize he had taken his shirt off. Anyway, as his shirt hits the floor, my heart does a frantic, and even dancing against my ribs. It's not just fear, it's a terrifying rush of adrenaline. He looks perfect, in almost an uncanny way that makes my head swim. I know what he is. I know what he's done, but as he leans over me, his eyes locked into mine with an intensity that made me want to give in. What's bothering your mind, dear? You've been quiet for a very long time. I don't know, maybe because you have no shirt on? Put on some shirt. Fucking answer, he lets out a soft chuckle. I know you want this just as much as I do. So how about we stop beating around the bush? Because there's no bush to beat around. He traces his fingers on my chest with such gentleness. I almost forget this man was a killer. Your skin, so soft, blank, just as a canvas would be. Oh, I would love to place my marks all over it. What do you say? May I create a masterpiece out of you? Yes. And not slowly. I'm not gonna do the other choice because it's non-con. So, to not trigger anyone or anybody or anything, I'm not gonna do that choice. Because it's just, I think it's pretty much the same thing, except when you say no, he doesn't actually listen. So yeah. And not slowly. Remember, by the way, consent is key. Thank you. And not slowly, my heart hammering against my ribs. There's a strange, hypnotic pull to him, a danger that feels like a drug. He smells a soft, almost genuine-looking expression as he pulls me down to the pillows. Good choice, darling. You taste so much better when you're willing. For a moment, it's almost like a dream. His touch is icy, but the way he looks at me is so focused, so intense that I actually feel alive. For the first time in years, someone is looking at me like I'm the only thing in the world. He whispers sweet words against my skin, and I found myself wanting to believe them. Men's weight settles between my thighs. Oh, his skin feeling like frozen marble against my own. The heat of my body tries to fight the chill he radiates, yet it was too intoxicating. He moves with a slow, Hello. He moves with a slow, agonizing rhythm, his hands sliding down to cup my face, forcing me to look at him as he dive into me. It's an invasive and numbing sensation. I gasp, my back arcing off the mattress as my nerves struggle to process the cold. That's it. Take it all. Take it all. Sorry. Wow. Thank you, Min. He leans down, his mouth devouring mine. There's no warmth in the kiss, only the taste of iron and the crushing force of his hunger. My hands scramble across his bare back, nails digging into shoulders that feel as hard as stone, desperate for more. Getting desperate now, are we? The friction of our bodies is the only thing keeping me from freezing solid. He's relentless, his movements becoming faster, more desperate, as if he's trying to drain the very heat from my marrow to warm his own dead soul. I'm lost in it. The paradox of the pain and the pleasure, the way my body betrays me by wanting more of this beautiful, murderous thing. Naughty, naughty. I reached the peak of it just as he let out a low, dark sound of triumph. I'm shaking, vulnerable and completely open. And that's when I feel his hands leave my waist. They don't move to hold me, they move to my throat. You really thought you could escape this, didn't you? I told you I'm a killer. Everything else, this is just the appetizer. An instant for one last passionate kiss. I appreciate the flattery, but I'm still a man. Defending. Deflowering. And then I killed the whole vibe. Okay. He took everything you had to give. And then he took the rest. When you think about it, Min really is an asshole. I like his design, but he really isn't a fucking asshole. What the fuck? Okay, thank you. I was scared for a sec. So wait. Alright. What the fuck was I gonna do? Fuck. Wait, no. I said I wasn't gonna do that one. Girl. This. Girl, what am I doing? This is not the way I saved. This is not the way I saved. Hold on. You've been watching me this whole time? You've been watching me this whole time? What a pervert. My naturally lets out a genuine bark of laughter. Leaning back on his hands, he looks entirely too comfortable from when he was in someone else's house. You've asked that twice now, darling. What? Are you so hung up on the fact that you're being rushed? A full flush of heat crawled my neck, half embarrassment, half lingering terror. So why, you just hang out around the neighborhood? Yeah, especially when your laundry drying outside. Minnie says it with a gleeful smile. He then reaches into the pocket of his pants, not with his hand, but with a shadowy tendril that sprouted from his back. Is that what I think it is? It's a pair of my lace panties. The ones that I thought lost in laundry weeks ago. Man. Where did you get that? I'm not crazy. I'm in. Looks at me like I just said something stupid. Mind your laundry drying outside. You know, you really should be more careful with where you leave your things lying around. If I didn't take this with me, some weird creep might have. You're the weird creep. What is this nonsense? He brings the fabric close to his face, closing his eyes for a brief second. Is he sniffing it? Oh, that's what the sound was about? Okay. So I didn't see that part. I thought I knew everything, but I don't know. Besides, they were just gathering dust. I'm giving them a much more appreciation-filled home. You're looking at me like I committed a crime. Trust me, this is the least of the things you should be worrying about. You can say that again? So far, he seems to really like answering my questions. What do I ask him next? So we unlocked something new. Fuck, hold on. Okay. Why are you here? Why are you here? Out of all the houses in this town, why did you pick mine? Because we're destined to meet we're meant to be. I'd like you to curse all my afterlife. I've been searching for the one person who can lift it. And you, my dear, have the blood of a shaman with such power. That's why you're able to talk to an entity like me. Here he comes again with the bullcrap. I carefully think to myself after hearing his words. I do remember always being a little different growing up. I always thought I was just schizophrenic for the things I could hear and see that no one else could. If this is the case, everything makes sense. Really, is that true? Of course not, dumbass. Yep. Yeah, I saw it coming, okay. I put it on my eyes. You know, my eyes would be able to see me if I show myself to them. Never mind, I guess I was schizophrenic. Is there anything else I want to ask? How did you pass away? How did it happen to you? I mean, how did you actually die? For a split second, the playfulness vanishes. His eyes go flat like old television glass when the power's cut. I killed myself. What? He says so casually. I don't think I can actually say that though. So maybe I'm gonna... I don't know. Would he even do that? Why would a man with this for himself commit such an act? Every answer he gives me just brings up even more questions. Is there anything else I want to ask? And ask just one more thing. Okay, just one more thing I need to know. What is it? What is your body made out of? Do you have flesh, bones? Sugar, spice, everything nice, and a pinch of charm? That's a stupid answer. That's a stupid question. There's more I want to know. Do you eat humans? What other stuff do you eat? I can eat anything you can, but I like to stick to human meat. I specifically prefer unemployed girls who stay inside all day playing video games. Very tender. That's very specific. I never heard of that one before. How do you pick your victims? How do you pick your victims? Just by preference or something more like by how much they're able to annoy me? Then what about with stupid questions like these? Suddenly his voice drops to an unsettling low. The world around me darkens, just as the face of the man sitting in front of me. Wait, did I do something wrong? Yeah. You asked too many questions. Well, defending dead cat. Next time, learn to keep your mouth shut. Oh, screw you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What if I just stop asking questions? I swallow hard, my throat feeling dry and tight. I can tell I'm pushing his patience. I think that's enough questions for now. Man's grin returns, wider and more friendly than before. That does nothing to sit on my nerves. Good choice. I was starting to think I was back in school, and I always hated school. Now, since we're done with the Q&A session, are your neighbors usually this loud? Conventionally, always at 3 a.m. when I'm trying to sleep, yeah. Where the fuck did he go? Oh, he just killed the neighbors. Okay, he slammed the neighbors out. All right. What the hell was that? Everything's so quiet. Where's Min? What the fuck is happening in this game anymore? Wait for him. I should probably just wait here. I'm scared. Why is it getting darker? Min? Oh, fucking shit. Just as quickly as he lunged, he's back in his original spot, laughing softly at my heart-shattering terror. Oh, you should see your face. Absolutely priceless. What an asshole. Hey, don't look at me like that. Come on, it was a little funny. You... Whatever. What did you do to them, and what the hell was that? The neighbors? I politely told them to stay quiet. Right, totally. Politely, yeah, sure. What about the thing you did, the creepy face? All this? Relax, it's just my Mandela... It's just my Mandela catalog face. I was gonna mention Mandela catalog too. I really wanted to research on what people find scary, and I stumbled upon... There he goes rambling. I tune out on most of what he's talking about, because I need time to recover his jump scare. Pretty cool, right? No. Huh? No, please keep it away from me. I'll make sure to do it more often. Noted. What the hell? I like the look on your face. Min falls silent. The teasing glint in his eyes doesn't disappear, but it settles into something warmer. It looks at me, really looks at me, as if he's memorizing the way the moonlight hits my face. You know, darling. He reaches out for the first time. He doesn't lunge or mock. His ghostly fingers hover just a fraction of an inch from my cheeks. I can feel the static, a localized chill that makes the hair on my arms stand up. I haven't had this much fun talking to someone in, well, since the lights went out. Is that supposed to be a compliment coming from a serial killer? It's the highest praise I have. Most people, they're so predictable. They beg, they fight, they die, they beg before the first act is even over. But you're still standing, still vivid. Your attention is fully on me. I like it. His hand moves to my hair, his fingers combing through the hair around the strands. It suggests that he feels terrifyingly possessive. It's nice to have an audience. I've always loved being admired. That look of fear and curiosity in your eyes to be witnessed by you. Man, I know the look. Don't get sentimental on me, darling, it ruins my brand. He leans in, his face inches from mine, his foot drops to a whisper that vibrates in my very bones. I don't want to lose you, especially not to myself. He stands up, the shadows around him beginning to swirl as if he's losing his grip on this reality. He looks towards the window. The night has gone for far too long. You should get some rest, darling. Ooh. But there's so many... Oh my god. Make him stay. Wait, don't go. Stay. I don't want to be alone. The shadows in the room freezes. Man stops mid-flicker. He's back to me. For a long silent moment, I think I've made a mistake. Then he turns slowly, a look of genuine stunned disbelief on his face. You're serious? You're actually asking Moston to spend the night? You really must have the survival instincts of a goldfish. Taunt and tease me all you want, but my decision has been made. He chuckles, but it's a soft, breathy sound. No mockery left in it. He moves back towards the bed, the air around him humming with a low, melodic vibration. What is it that you're alluding to, darling? I reach for the hem of his shirt and begin to undress him. Wow! As though I was peeling away his layers, like I'm peeling away, an orange. The man flinches momentarily, but quickly regained his demeanor. How terribly bold. Still not running, you really are a glutton for punishment. I reach out, my fingers trembling. I touch his head. I cowers was in front of me. He feels like ice and velvet. Slowly I move my hand up, toward his jaw, towards the face that has spent the night mocking and terrifying me. The moment my fingers brush his skin, Min flinches. It's a purely animalistic reaction. From behind his back, a dark, shadowy tendril lashes out, wrapping firmly around my wrist and pulling my hand away from his face. Don't. His voice isn't cocky now, it's jagged, rough. He looks away, his teeth clenched. Man, it's okay, let me, I'm right there. I don't pull away, I keep my gaze steady on his, softening my voice until it's just a whisper. I can feel the tendril around my wrist trembling. Its grip loosening as his panic fades into a shaky and certain surrender. The shadow retreats, melting back into his form. He slowly turns his face back to mine, looking at me with an expression of raw vulnerability that hurts to witness. I cup his cheeks. I don't know how to read anymore. I cup his cheek. This time he doesn't pull away. Instead, he leans into my palm, letting out a long, shuddering breath. He lifts his own hand, placing his cold, long fingers over mine, pressing my hand harder against his face as if he's afraid. I need to stop, as if he's afraid I'll disappear if he lets go. You're a dangerous little thing, aren't you? What have you turned me into? He closes his eyes. He's still stroking the back of my hand, leaning his face into it. Min's hand is still pressed against mine, but the warmth, if we could call it that, begins to sharpen. The silver veins in his skin pulse faster, glowing with a hungry, frantic light. It's so soft, so warm. It's almost a waste to let all that life just sit there, till the time wilted away eventually. He kisses my palm. His teeth grazing the skin just hard enough to leave a mark. His eyes are dark, swelling with a desperate, possessive need. I warn you, darling, not just for tonight, not just for as long as your heart decides to beat. I want to devour you. Rawr. I'm never doing that again. I want to take every drop of that life, every ounce of that spirit, and pull it into me. You'd be proud of me. I'll be gentle, I promise. I'll be the last thing you ever feel, and the best. Just say yes, tell me you're mine to take. Wow. Yes, take me. Yes, take me. If this is the only way to be yours, then do it. The voice seems to tilt. Min's breath is cold, non-existent, yet humble itches in his throat. The shadows that were lashing out in the frenzy suddenly go still, drop into the floor like heavy velvet. You'd really let me. He leans down, his face inches from mine. I can see the flicker of hope in his eyes, a ghost of when he was just a man. But the red hunger is still there, pulsing in time with the silver veins on his neck. You're not lying, you're not stealing. You're actually giving yourself to me. I trust you, Min, more than I'm afraid of you. He lets out a sound that is half love, half sob. crawls over me, his weight feeling like a literal shadow, heavy, cold, inescapable. His hands usually so restless and mocking, still firmly against my wrist, pinning them to the pillow. But he isn't squeezing, he's holding. I've wanted to hear those words for decades. He lowers his head, his lips grazing the sensitive skin of my throat. It's an agonizingly slow crawl towards the end. Every touch feels like a static shock. I feel his jaw unhinge, the cold hair of his inside hitting my skin. Oh, okay. I didn't understand that. Okay. The sharp point of his teeth presses against my pulse. One more second, one more breath, and I'll be gone. Close my eyes. I don't fight. I don't even tremble. And then boom. The pressure received increases. Then stops. A drop of something cold hits my collarbone. Then another. I open my eyes confused, only to see a man staring down at me, his face contorted in a way that looks like he's being torn apart from the inside. No. He calls, climbing backwards across the bed as if I've just burned him. He hits the headboard, his chest heavy with frightened breaths. What is wrong with you? Why didn't you scream? What did you look at me like? You were going to let me destroy the only thing that actually matters. I was going to swallow you. I was going to be alone again, but this time, it would have been my fault. He covers his face with his hands, his long, ghostly fingers shaking. I can't do it. I can't turn you to a witness who can't speak back. He looks up at me, his eyes wide and drowning in a very human grief. I love the way you move too much. I love the way you talk back to me too much. I think I've accidentally become the one who belongs to you. Min. He's actually being for real this time. Before I can utter a word, Min melts into my arms, burying his face into my chest. He stays there for a long time, his forehead pressed against the back of my hand. The frantic energy in the room has died down into low, steady thrum like the purr of a massive cat. Meow. Min, it's okay. I'm still here. He doesn't look up, but I feel his grip tighten slightly. Not with the iron strength from before, but with a desperate, encoring need. I don't deserve the life you're giving me, darling. But I think I'm too selfish to let it go now. Slowly, the adrenaline begins to drain from my body, oppressed by a heavy, soul-deep exhaustion. I sink back into the pillows, and I fear him follow. As my eyes flutter shut, the last thing I feel is the sensation of ghostly fingers tracing the line of my jaw, light as a feather and twice as careful. True ending. Domesticated. Okay. This is the true ending. Did I count how many endings we got now? I guess you didn't manage to keep the dog on a leash. Oh. I woke up with my head spinning, my vision is hazy, and there's a persistent dizziness behind my eyes. Probably a lingering side effect of nearly being eaten by a cannibalistic serial killer entity thing. Man? I scanned the room. The chair is empty, the shadows are gone. For a terrifying second, I think he really did leave. Then I noticed a lamp on the floor by the foot of my bed. My favorite fuzzy blanket is moving and it's grumbling. Close it. Close the curtains right now, darling. It's offending my eyes. I blink, rubbing my eyes. The melodramatic, poetic monster from last night is nowhere to be found. In this place is a very grumpy, sleep-deprived looking boy. Man, are you okay? The blanket shifts, then he pokes his head out. I freeze. Last night he was towering at least 7 feet of an intimidating ghost. Now, he looks barely 5 feet tall, swelling up the fabric. He looks smaller, like a lot smaller. I don't know what you're talking about. Now be a good little witness and close the curtains for me. You're lying, you're sensitive to the lie, aren't you? It makes you shrink. It's a stylistic choice, I'm minimalist now. I can't help it, after the life and death stakes of the night, seeing him like this is hilarious. I stand up, staring slightly, and walk towards the window. Wait, what are you doing? Don't you dare! I grab the edge of the curtains and yank them wide open. No, you treacherous little brat! Is he so small? Is he really small now? Sunlight pours in And right before my eyes, Min shrivels like a salted slug. It lets out a high pitch and indignant squawk as he vanishes into the folds of the blanket. I look down, the blanket is flat, but then I hear a tiny, muffled voice coming from a shelf. Min? Look at the empty shelf. Tucked inside is a tiny, 6-inch tall version of Min. He's sitting there looking absolutely furious. I'm going to haunt your dreams for 1,000 years. I'm going to make your milk go sour. I'm going to hide your car keys every single morning. Oh my god, you're pocket sized. You're like a little angry action figure. I'm an famous serial killer. And you are, Min. You are. I laugh, but I eventually take pity on him. I pull the curtains shut again, returning the room to a soft dim twilight. Slowly, the tiny figure on the shelf begins to expand, flickering until he's back to his small but human 5-foot-ish height. He steps off the shelf, still covered in my blanket. Even at this size, he still has that smirk, lopsided grin. He walks over to me, reaching out, and I feel the familiar chill as his hands cup my face.
Thank you, darling.
Yes, you're welcome. So now that you successfully bullied a ghost, what's for breakfast? Wow, a smile leaning my head back against the wall. It's going to be a very strange life, but I think I'm going to keep him. Welcome home, Min. Okay, thank you for playing. Okay, that was silly. Now, let's go back into business for real. Search for him. I should probably go look for him. What the fuck was that music? Didn't I tell you to stay still? But as quickly as he lunged, he's back in his original spot, laughing softly at my heart-shattering terror. Yeah? Yeah, it's cool, it's cool. Oh, poor Bunny, did I scare you too much? I'm sorry. He's apologizing. You're adorable when you're scared, though. I like to do it more. Okay, and here I thought he actually felt bad. Let him leave. Thank you. Min stands perfectly still. The air in the room, which had been vibrating with his energy, suddenly goes flat and cold. For a moment, I think I see a flicker of genuine hurt across his face, but it's gone before I can be sure. Right, of course. He walks towards the window, his form becoming more transparent with every steps. The moonlight bleeds through the glass, making him look like a fading photograph. Will I see you again? No, I don't think you will. Oh, damn. So he was actually hurt by that. You're far too delicious, darling. If I stay, I feel like I eventually want to devour you whole. Wait, what the fuck is that? Guys, what does that mean? And then he's gone. The wood in the room lifts. The static in here vanishes. I'm alone in my bedroom with nothing but a small writing on the wall to provide that he was ever here. Ah, good ending. The witness. This is the good ending. Okay. I mean, yeah, technically, I guess it is. He left to keep you alive. You are the only person who truly knew him, and the only one he ever let go. Oh, damn. This is hinting at something. Wait, make him stay, blah blah blah. No, I want to live. No, man, stop. I want to leave. I want to be with you, but not like that. Please don't do this. The air in the room instantly curdles. The low hum of his presence turns to a high-pitched, screeching static. The man's face contorts. The vulnerability from moments ago twisting into a mask of pure and unadulterated anxiety. No? He lets out a jagged, hysterical laugh. His form flickering wildly, shadows lashing out from his back like dying wings. You want to live, out there, away from me? I barely grow old, where someone else might look at you. Will you eventually leave me behind in this dust? I won't let you. Lunges. There's no devil may care attitude left. This is a predator realized. His hands. Okay. His hands pin my shoulders to the mattress with the strength of iron, and for the first time I see his jaw unhinged just slightly too wide. Min, please. He doesn't listen. It's a storm of teeth and cold, dark hunger. He leans down to my throat, not for a kiss, but for a claim. The pin is sharp, hot, and instantly, terrifyingly cold. I can feel him, not just his body, but his hunger returning to me. It's visceral. It's the sound of wet skin ripping, the metallic tang of copper filling the air. He's sobbing even as he does it. A horrific wet sound against my skin. Mine, you're mine. If I can't have your life, I'll keep you inside me forever. My vision starts to spot. The room is fading into grey. The last thing I feel is the crushing weight of his embrace, the terrifying sensation of being swallowed by the dark. Bad ending, consumed by love. His fear of losing you outweighed his sanity. You are his now. Every chop, every bone, every breath, forever held in the stomach of shadows. Okay. Ayopi. Okay, and that was it, guys. Wait. Yes, take me. Okay, hold on. Wait, no, that was it. That was it. I'm pretty sure that was it, guys. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it, guys. Well, that was a survived Min. I hope you liked it, because I did. It's a little silly, I like it. It's kind of spooky too, but yeah. So we'll see each other in another video. Bye bye.
You could stay.
What an idea. A crazy, mad, wonderful idea. But I can't. There are questions I have to answer. Things I have to do. I'll be back again before you know it.
You won't remember me.
Of course I will. How could I forget? Hunter, why is a raven like a writing desk?
I haven't the slightest idea. Fare far enough.